What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're going to be trying out a brand new gun. Today we're going to be bringing out the Smith & Wesson FPC, the folding carbine, but this guy is in 10mm, a big boy cartridge. And that'll be pretty fun, considering the previous FPC was a pretty big hit on the channel. I did a 2,000 round review of it. It had excellent reliability, even adverse conditions. Mud, sand, we beat the shit out of it. You can feel free to go look at that video. And both of these are pretty affordable. This one, the MSRP is around $700. I think so is the previous one, or you could find it for around $500 and $600 pretty easy. And the interesting part about this gun, obviously, is that it folds. So this is a 10mm carbine here that folds sideways. So it's like a high point, but better. It actually, well, I'm not sure about this one, but the previous one was very reliable and accurate. So I expect a lot coming from this one, even though it's a pretty affordable gun. Now, I can tell they made a little bit of generational changes on this one. Smith did send me this for review, but that won't change anything. We're gonna go out there and shoot a couple hundred rounds through 10mm. We have some Federal and a couple other weird brands. And we're gonna test reliability, accuracy, all that stuff. And then we're gonna test the ergonomics and stuff as well. Now, one of the benefits, again, of this gun is 10mm got a little bit more pop than a 9mm. So if you're gonna use it in self-defense situations, probably gonna have a little bit more punch to it, to the intended target. 10mm is a very popular auto-loading round for bear because, again, a lot more penetration, and does a little better on barriers as well. Now, this gun actually comes with 3 15-round magazines. We have an M-lock rail that looks like it's about 13 inches long, 16-inch threaded barrel, and then the magazines go in the pistol grip, very similar to like an Uzi. We have an M&P style pistol grip here with the magazine inserts, 2.0 trigger, charging handle on the rear, and the folding mechanism is one of the best in the business. You press the thing, unfold it, and then just fold it back out. So we'll be testing that today. We'll be shooting it, having some fun. Now, before we get into the video, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, TacPack.
Every week on Honest Outlaw, you watch Chris and I review products. With TacPack, you can be a gear reviewer yourself. Many of our favorite gadgets have been from TacPack boxes. You could quite possibly find your new favorite thing in your TacPack box. When you try them out for the first time, make sure you use our channel name, Honest Outlaw, as a code to get a freebie in your very first TacPack box. If you love our honest reviews, give TacPack some love.
So that's 9mm. And that's the one she told you not to worry about.
Just a little bit longer, a little bit thicker.
But don't tell 357.
Well, hey there, handsome.
What's up? We got our FPC out here, 10mm round. We'll just shoot it a little bit at the steel, see how close it is to being zeroed quick.
Way high left.
High left?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
What red dot do we have on today, baby?
The Trijicon MRO HD.
Is that
probably
new?
the best optic that I own, to be honest with you. Prefer it over the aim point these days.
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's nice because you can zero it with a bullet, and I don't need the stupid aim point caps that I always lose. Crossbolt safety. Zero.
That thing looks like it packs a punch.
It's not a light recoiling package. Let's go with that. It's a very lightweight gun. It's like 4 pounds, and it's packing some 10 mil, so it is what it is. Ah. Now, one of the cool things about the FPC, especially in 10mm, is that it's a good bear defense gun. The other one's made kind of exclusively for people, whereas this one I think would do a really good job against larger critters. The 10mm, again, is a really well-known bear cartridge, and if you had something like this, where you could literally pop it out, charge it, and get it loaded really, really quickly. You can keep a magazine in it and just charge it when you flip it open. You could have this gun ready in about 2 seconds. We used to shoot the other FPC, you could fold it out really fast, and now you have 15 rounds on tap of a caliber that can actually dump a bear. So a lot of power in a little package, and it's pretty fun and actually pretty useful. If I was driving around in Montana or Wyoming or something like this, it wouldn't be hard to imagine having this be a good choice being in your car.
And it comes with like a bag, doesn't it?
It does. It comes with, let me show you the bag. Come over here. So this is the bag.
That's a really nice bag.
Yeah. Basically fold it out like this. It sticks on the charging handle like that. Pop it in there, strap it down, throw the bag closed. And if you needed to, unzip the bag, fold it open, flip it out, pop it off the charging handle, load it, rack it, and you're ready. Super easy. And the nice thing about the Smiths is that they are, in my opinion, a lot more quality. Like if you want like a foldy gun, you can get a really good one for $700 and not overpay. And I just think the FPC is really the best option for that. Now, so far, we only have 30 rounds to this, so I don't mean the 10mm version. Just the 9mm version proved itself very well, and I'm sort of expecting the 10mm version to do the same thing.
It's not meant for left-handed, I can tell you that. Obviously, if it was the other way, it would work a lot easier.
Thoughts?
This actually feels really nice. All the cartridges are smoking me in the forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say it takes down bears, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it can. Anything can if you hit it in the right spot. The idea behind bears is they've got a big layer of fat.
Yeah.
So like no round is going to work well unless it can puncture the layer of fat. You know, like bears like this, you know what I mean? It's like a 12-inch layer of fat. So you got to have something that punches through enough to like hurt it or just piss it off. You know, Lucky Gunner did a video on bear defense. It was actually pretty funny because 10 mil was the highest. And then right below that was fucking 9mm. And I always thought of like guys with like Glock 26 going, fuck, like shooting at it, hoping for the best. If you ever watch Meat Eater, there's a good episode where Steven Ranella gets rushed by a mama bear and they shoot right above it a couple times to scare it. And that doesn't scare it, but when the bear runs up, it smells the humans and then it runs away. Yeah, bears are quite a thing.
Ooh. That's actually really fun for what it is. Like obviously with like the big cartridge. Do you have any like pistols that are in 10 mil?
Yeah, we have a couple.
So I just want to try one of them so I can feel like the full force of it, because obviously this absorbs a lot.
It does, yeah, especially with the stock.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because like having a folding carbine folded at you kind of seems counterintuitive and it seems a little scary, but knowing that once you fold the gun it's inoperable, it's sort of like in its own way, it's sort of built-in chamber flag. Like when you're on a range, like when you're using an over-under shotgun or like a double rail shotgun, you just break the action and people know it's not operable.
You know what went through my head when I was walking there?
Tactical turtle. What the fuck does that mean? Chris told you about it the other day.
He said duck walk.
Oh.
So the benefit of the pistol round is shorter receiver, right? Longer the bullet, longer the receiver. So we have a really short receiver, and then you're right, we have the magazine and the grip, and the whole thing is designed to make it a small package as possible when you fold it. Because like that's not much, that's about the size of an MP5K. And then when you flip it out, you have a 16-inch barrel, which is legal, not being an SBR. And then on top of that, not only is 10mm hit pretty hard in a handgun, but when you add, let's say, 200-300 feet per second of the barrel, you're really cooking with 10 mil. Like you're hitting pretty good speed with this. Not quite 5.56, I don't think, but pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not powerful at all. It just knocks over all my targets.
This is my new truck gun.
I do want to mention that we are about 150 in now and no malfunctions.
No malfunctions, which...
Yeah. Pretty good for an affordable gun.
This is mine. I say that a lot, but this one really is mine.
Cool, dump it. All right, now we went out and we shot about 200 rounds of Fiocchi 10mm through the FPC, and we had no malfunctions as I expected. It is a pretty affordable gun. MSRP is $700, so I imagine you'll find it for around $600, which is pretty good for a rifle, which is what this is. Pistol caliber carbine, but 10mm puts it in the sort of rifle power factor. Not quite, but pretty close. Definitely packing a punch for a handgun round. Now, it's a blowback operated gun, so it does have recoil. I will admit to that. I mean, my wife actually has a big old bruise on her shoulder from this, and the reason why it feels like more recoil is because, number one, it's blowback, and blowback operation is reliable, it's simple, it's affordable, but it is the most recoil that you can feel out of any of the operations. If you're running an AR-15 and 5.56, you got a buffer tube and a buffer system in the back mitigating some of that recoil. You're on an MP5, you have the roller delayed system. CMMG, it's delayed as well. And this is a straight blowback system, so all you get is the mass of the bolt carrier mixed with the spring. As far as the recoil goes, it's definitely manageable. My wife did mag dumps with it. Bubs and I obviously had no problem with it as well. It's not something that I'd want to go out and shoot 500 rounds through in a single day, and it's not because of the blowback operation system, it's actually because of the stock. The stock's a little uncomfortable, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. The 10mm and then this minimalist stock, this was kind of punching me in my collarbone, which I don't love. But other than that, very, very cool. We still have the same system on the back of the stock that you can keep 2 spare magazines in. So if you are using this as a backup gun, you fold it out real quick, you pull the magazine out of the stock. You don't even need to find it in the bag, which is very, very nice, by the way. Because like if you just grab the gun and go and you're running somewhere, you can load it while you run there. And I know people say, oh, don't do that. But if your wife or your son is getting attacked by a bear or something, you're gonna be on the move loading the gun, I'm sure. So it's a good design, I like it. However, in the previous version, I did mention that this latch system is not my favorite, but I do like that it has magazines on the gun. I also really like the rearward charging handle, so much so that we didn't even use the slide release. Up top here, we have a M-LOK rail, which is polymer, and we do have all of the same screws, which I was concerned about in the previous version. However, this didn't affect it. None of them rattled loose or anything like that, which is what I didn't know was gonna happen or not, and it didn't happen, which is really good. These have a tendency to look cheaper than they actually are. When I first saw the FPC, I thought it was kind of a cheap Kel-Tec clone, and we beat the absolute shit out of it for over a year and a half now, and the thing still runs just fine. And with this 10mm here, we shot 200 rounds through it right in a row. We weren't very nice to it, and we had no problems with it again. Folding mechanism is certainly the best in the business. Very, very lightweight. Threaded muzzle up there, so if you have a 10mm suppressor, you can run a suppressed version of this, which would be very, very cool. Crossbolt safety works. It certainly does work. It's not as cool as the flip down safety from an AR-15, but it's definitely doable. It takes 2 hands to put the safety back on, but you can easily come off the trigger guard and push the safety off, which is the most important thing. Magazine release works great. The grip panel here, or the grip insert on the back, allows for bigger or smaller hands, which I really, really like. They come in and come out the same way that the M&P does. Feels the same way as the M&P grip feels, because it is one, and it takes all the M&P magazines. If you run the Smith & Wesson 10mm handgun, the one with the compensator, those mags will also work in this, which is awesome. Bolt carrier, it looks like it's nickel plated. I don't actually know, but it's silver and it's very, very, man, I don't know the word.
Booby?
It's very slick. Let's go with that. It's very, very slick. Now, another con of the gun is going to be the slide release, slide lock. We didn't use that because it's so stiff, it doesn't really work. I'm going to be honest with you. That was the same thing on the 9mm version. If you were looking for this to be a 10mm version of the 9mm, you got it. It's exactly right. It does the same thing, just a little bit bigger bang. It actually has a little bit of texture on the rail, which I liked a lot. You can tell that it has texture all the way down it, which I hope becomes a pattern in the industry. There's no reason to have a really slick rail and then have to put a bunch of rail panels on it. If you actually just add texture the way they did here, it works awesome. Overall, I think the gun was a pretty big win. As far as 10mm carbines go, it's a solid gun. The recoil is definitely controllable. I mean, I talked about the recoil, but that's compared to a 9mm. It's not that much. Like, it's not a 12 gauge. Probably somewhere around a really well gassed 308. And the reason for that is, again, the blowback operation, and obviously because it's very light. But you want the gun to be very light as a survival gun, because that's what this is. You put it in a bag, you put it on your truck, or maybe you take it out on a canoe, or whatever you're going to do with it. If you take this to Alaska, you're going to be humping it around, so you want it to be lightweight and you want it to be reliable, and that's exactly what it is. You also want it to be affordable, especially in today's economy. So if you're looking for a gun that can be under your truck, that you could also use for home defense, and you can go out and have fun, shoot fruit, or whatever the hell you're going to do with it, it's a pretty solid gun. It's not a review, but I think for the money, so far, at least I'm pretty happy with it. But we're only 200 rounds in, so I'll leave my final opinion for the review, which you should see between, I don't know, a couple months to maybe a year. It takes me a while sometimes. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
Do you want to, can you say lugging it around?
Humping it around, it's funny. I won't say it. I hump everywhere I go.
Whatever.